Namaste to all of you. Yesterday, we discussed about the 5 layers of human consciousness, and we understood that the first 3 layers are individualized, and then comes the ego, and the fourth and fifth layer, the layer of insight and the layer of bliss, are omnipresent and they are accessible to all. We also understood that lack of confidence, negativity, sadness, depression, anxiety, all these emotions predominate in the mind when the third layer becomes very thick and you cannot gain access to the deeper 2 layers. I also gave you an example of a disciple who finds this, and then the guru tells him that till your third layer becomes thin, you will not be able to feel that kind of joy coming from within, that kind of enthusiasm in the work. Here, when we look at the Patanjali's Yoga Sutras, see, whenever I tell you certain shloka or we discuss something, I request you all to actually go into the web. Now we are all fortunate, on one click you can download the book. Patanjali Yoga Sutra, Patanjali's Yoga Sutra, especially there are commentary by Swami Vivekananda. There is a book on the web, you put Swami Vivekananda's commentary on Patanjali's Yoga Sutra, and it is a freely downloadable PDF for you. I want you to contemplate on the things that I discuss. So here in the first chapter is called as the Samadhi Pada. There are 4 chapters in the book. First chapter is Samadhi Pada, second is Sadhana Pada, third is Vibhuti Pada, and the fourth is Kevala Pada. So in the first chapter, it starts with Atha Yoga Anushasanam, now the discipline of yoga. Yogas Chitta Vritti Nirodha. Yoga is a technique to thin down the third layer of the mind. And then he tells how. Okay. Specifically, Patanjali in the second chapter prescribes the 8 limbs of yoga and provides a detailed instruction on how it is to be done. Chitta, you have to understand Chitta Vritti means the third layer. And he's telling Chitta Vritti Nirodha, it means thinning down and pacification of the third layer. So the whole book is about achieving this objective. And there are various techniques that have been described, right from asana, pranayama, pranava japa, chanting of the sound Om. And there are certain cognitive behavioral techniques also. Here one very beautiful shloka you will find in the text, in the first chapter, 33rd sutra. Here Patanjali tells how we should interact with the people around us, what attitude we should have mentally, so that the third layer doesn't become thick. And if it is thick, slowly it thins out. He just gives 4 simple ways to deal with different situations in life around you. Each sutra of Patanjali is like a E equal to mc square Einstein equation. One sutra means one PhD can come out. So this sutra, first chapter, 33rd sutra says, Maitri Karuna Mudito Upekshanam Sukha Dukha Punya Vishayanam Bhavanatah Chitta Prasadanam. What does it mean? He's saying, by adopting these 4 attitudes towards these 4 situations in life, there is Chitta Prasadanam, the third layer will become pacified. What are these 4 attitudes towards 4 situations? First, the 4 situations are, in your life around you, you come across people in 4 kinds of situations. 1, people who are happy. Second, people who are miserable, sad, suffering. Third, people who are doing virtuous actions, deeds, good deeds. And fourth, people who are doing non-virtuous deeds, who are not doing good things. Happy people, sad people, people doing virtuous activities, people doing non-virtuous activities. 4 kind of people are there around you. Patanjali says 4 attitudes towards them. With happy people, Maitri. Become friend to those who are happy around you. Friendliness towards the happy. This will enhance your happiness only. First principle Patanjali says is, whoever is happy around you, have a friendly attitude towards him. But now our situation is, if the neighbor is happy, I am more sad. So friendliness towards happiness on another. Number 1. If your colleague gets promoted, you should become friendly, should congratulate. Happiness. Friendliness towards the happy. If there is somebody sad, karuna. Karuna towards the sad. Karuna also means in your ability, whatever you can do to help. Karuna means a sense of kindness and within your ability, helping as much as possible. Maitri towards the happy. Karuna towards the unhappy. Then the third is people who do virtuous activities, people who do good things, people who are helping others, people who are selflessly active. Then the attitude you should have is mudita. Conviviality means you should be praising them. You should be encouraging them. You should be loud. You should write on your Facebook blog. You should spread the message through WhatsApp. All things where people are doing good activity, virtuous activities, we should spread that message. There should be a wide transformation. Okay, so there are 2 ways in which the communication goes. One is horizontal communication, where it spreads far and wide. And there is a vertical where you do not spread it to anybody, but you just discuss with the people involved. So you should praise. You should not feel shy here. What happens is when people do good, we are shy. And when they do bad, we are too much vocal and spread those things. But here Patanjali says ulta. Patanjali says if you do good things, if you see somebody doing good things, spread it. And be bold to praise that person in front of everyone. Always give compliment to the person, whoever does anything good. So shyness is not good here, or you will regret. The layer will generate regret within you and it will become thicker. So mudita, praising those who are doing punya, and upeksha towards apunya. Whenever you see things which should not be done, whenever somebody hurts you or tells something which is not required or not apt, become imperturbed. Do not get affected by it. Ignore it as if it does not deserve your attention at all. So again, Patanjali is emphasizing the same principle. Hold on to the light, spread the light, ignore the darkness and it will disappear. So even if your child or anybody does any mistake which they should not do, just avoid it. Just you are aware of it, but try your best not to react. Upeksha. And channelize your energy in solving the problem rather than brooding over the negativity. It is not that you should not do anything about it. You should do in your capability what can be done, but you need not spread it See, parents have this habit. If their child does anything wrong or any mistake, any guest they come to their home, they will start telling wrongdoings of their children in front of everyone. This fellow did this fellow did that, he goes to college, does all these things, he smokes, he takes weeds. So all negativity they feel very proud in spreading everywhere. But if he comes topper, if he really is doing something wonderful, not a single word comes for praise. So we have to praise good things actively. We have to spread this to people. Then only the positivity will grow. And if there is any negativity, if there is anything that is not virtuous around you, you should not brood over it or spread it apart. You should mentally remain imperturbed, and within your capability, whatever action that you can take to correct it, you should take. So see how beautifully a sage in 400 BC writes a text which becomes so much more relevant today. I just think that these texts are just timeless. First chapter of Patanjali, 33rd Sutra. Listen how beautiful it is. Maitri, Karuna, Mudito, Upekshanam. Sukh, Dukh, Punya, Apunya, Vishayanam. Bhavanatah, emotionally, Chitta Prasadanam brings specification. Now you assess for yourself how you are reacting to these situations around you. If you see people happy around you, are you becoming jealous? Are you applying the principle of becoming non-friendly when you see happy people? Then your third layer will be thick. If you are seeing people suffering, your colleagues suffering, getting demoted, not able to perform their work properly, are you becoming happy? Are you showing this kind of lack of karuna towards people who are suffering? Then your third layer will be thicker. Then are you doing upeksha of punya? If good things are happening around you, are you avoiding them? Are you not praising that person? Are you not spreading that? Then also there will be a subconscious guilt that will keep generating in you, which you will not realize, but it will make your third layer thick. And are you giving extra attention to the negativities only around you? Are you doing the mudita for the apunya? Then also you will see that the spreading of negativity, that more and more through social media or whatever that you are doing, it is generating more and more agitation in you and in society, and which this karma brings more agitation inside you back. So if we observe these four attitudes towards these four kind of people around us: friendliness towards the happy, karuna towards the unhappy, mudita, praising towards the punya, and upeksha, imperturbance, not getting affected by the apunya, but just doing what is required and not spreading the apunya by talking to more and more people and insulting others. So in this way, if we observe these four principles and adopt this in our lifestyle, over a period of time, we will see that the third layer will come to more and more balance, because the very root of thickness of this third layer is generation of guilt within. And this guilt is subconscious because it always knows how you are doing in which situation. There is a camera inside all of us. Whatever we may show, but what we feel inside is always recorded, and that generates a very deep agitation within us. So in this beautiful text, once again I recommend all of you to search in Google Patanjali's Yoga Sutras commentary by Swami Vivekananda. There is a free PDF available in Google. You can all download it, and after downloading it, you should all read. The whole text is about Yoga Chitta Vritti Nirodha, yoga as a technique to pacify the third layer, so that you gain access to the deeper two layers, which are the layer of knowledge and the layer of bliss. So please contemplate on this, and therefore continue this. There is a question here for me. Please tell us something briefly about the cognitive behavioral techniques to think down the thickness of third layer of consciousness. So this is a very scientific, good question. See, cognitive behavioral therapy is a psychotherapeutic technique. Also, similar things have been documented in the ancient texts also. It basically uses your cognitive process, your thinking process, to understand the core schema of what kind of thoughts are creating these distortions in you. And it tries to make you realize the pros and cons of a particular thinking pattern, and then become aware of your thinking pattern and get rid of it. This is what even Bhagavad Gita mein Krishna is doing with Arjuna. But the traditional texts go even more deeper. They not only consider the intellectual, thoughtful understanding, but they also deal with subtle energies. Very deep understanding of the mind and emotions is given. The different paths of Raj Yoga, Karma Yoga, Bhakti Yoga, Jnana Yoga are prescribed, which are very, very deep. They go beyond genes. And the karma theory is taken into much more subtlety in the ancient texts. So therefore, though cognitive behavioral therapy is useful for temporary management, like you take a painkiller and reduce your pain, it will help. But then if you really want to transform yourself deeply and come out of the problems, then you have to go much deeper than that. And that is possible by following our ancient Shastras. So Patanjali Yoga Sutra and Bhagavad Gita. Bhagavad Gita, if you want to read, then the best commentary that I find for myself is the commentary by Swami Chinmayananda. So Swami Chinmayananda's commentary on Bhagavad Gita is really wonderful. And Swami Vivekananda's commentary on Patanjali Yoga Sutra is really good. Because directly if you read them, you will not be able to apply them to our modern lifestyle scenarios. But then when these people speak, you will really find it very much relevant in today's time. So please read this Patanjali's first chapter 33 Sutra and see the commentary on it. Thank you very much.